There's not much to do when all I can is thinking about you. Not doing well, don't know where you are, 'cause you're not here. It's been way too long. If I could lay down beside you, I would. When nothing really matters.
Hi guys, it's Laurie here from Lemon Yoga. Welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time visiting, then welcome. Today I'm going to be taking you guys through a self-care yoga flow. So if you can hear it in my voice, I've been a little bit poorly recently, and that's why there were no videos last week. So if you were on my channel looking out for some new content last week, I'm really sorry I didn't manage to get anything up for you guys. I was feeling really under the weather and I just needed to take a moment to rest, and I'm really glad I did, because even though I still sound quite poorly, I actually feel absolutely fine. So it was really important for me to take that time off and rest so that I could be back to normal this week. So things you might want to use for today's practice: a big old bolster or cushion if you've got one handy, and of course your yoga mat, and maybe a blanket if you want to get snug. You'll have to excuse the lighting today, it's quite dark, I've had to put the main lights on. We're heading into winter here in England, and that means unfortunately the days get really short and it gets dark really early. So I'm currently filming this at 5:45 in the evening and we're basically losing daylight. Alright, let's get started. Okay guys, we're starting today in a comfortable cross-legged seated position. So when you're ready, come into Sukhasana, your easy pose. Just letting the knees fall down towards the floor, lengthening through the spine, and then we'll draw our shoulders up towards the ears. Take a big old exhale as you drop the shoulders down your back. Again, inhale, lift those shoulders high. Exhale, release. That's it. And on that last one, we're just going to close off the eyes, turning our attention inwards. Bring one hand onto your heart space and the other hand down onto the belly, and we'll just start by connecting to our breath. So just taking a moment to see where the breath is currently sitting in the body, how the breath is making you feel today. Maybe as you sit here, you might notice you're holding tension in the body. You might find the mind feels busy, it feels full. You don't quite feel here on your mat yet. Maybe you're still somewhere else from your day. For some of us, it does just take a while, a few breaths, a few minutes to really get into our practice. So be kind to yourself. This practice is all about self-care. That's our physical health as well as our mental health. We're just starting to deepen that breath now, sending the breath all the way down to that hand that's on the belly, and then all the way out again, nice and slowly. Air leaves through the nose. Another big, beautiful breath in, fill the body, and let it all go. And on this next one, why don't we even open up the mouth and take a big old sigh. So take an inhale now. Open the mouth, let it all go. One more time, like that big breath in. And sigh it out. Awesome. From here, you're going to lift the arms up and overhead. You can open the eyes now, let eyes follow the fingertips. Exhale, bring your hands down to heart center. So we're just going to move through some really gentle movements today. Keep this coming in your own time. Nothing too strenuous. Let's just stretch out the body together. Take some really deep breaths, because honestly that's the best thing that we can do for ourselves. If we're in need of some self-care, the first thing we want to sit and do is just pay attention to our breathing. As soon as we slow that breathing down, we start to take those deep breaths into the body. Everything else starts to follow, the mind starts to calm, the body starts to relax, and we can really begin to switch off and let go. So if ever you're in those moments of high stress, high anxiety, and you need that quick self-care practice, tap into the breath and just see what that does for you. Alright, stopping there. Let's interlace the fingers. Inhale, sweep your arms high to the sky, let eyes follow. Exhale, we round through the spine, drop the arms forwards. Good, again, inhale, reaching the arms high, look high. Exhale, we round. Oh, and that just feels so nice in the spine and through the shoulders, so let's keep that coming. This is a variation of cat-cow. A really nice way to mobilize and open up through our spine. Last one. Good, and then we'll just bring those arms back up towards the ceiling, and then you'll drop your left arm down towards your mat, reaching that right arm up and over into a side stretch, breathing into the right side of the body. And if you are doing this because you're feeling a little bit poorly like me, breathing again is a really good thing to do, because sometimes when we've got these viruses, you know, a cough or a cold, breathing can feel really difficult. So I want you to go take some really deep breaths into the body, breathing into that cold, breathing into that cough, whatever it is that you're suffering with right now. And we'll start to exhale some of it from the body. Release it. Alright, let's bring this top arm all the way down towards our mats now and take a generous fold forwards towards the floor. At this point, I want you to grab your cushion if you've got one. So it's a really nice restorative version of the pose, and just let yourself hang over your cushion. You can close off your eyes. I recommend you try and put your forehead down onto the cushion if you can. I'll just turn my head sideways so you can still hear me. Just breathing into your lower back, allowing the hips and the glutes to gently open. And just feeling nice and relaxed. Let the breath guide you deeper into the pose. Let yourself relax. I feel like I could just sit here all day. Maybe you're feeling the same. Maybe this pose is feeling really yummy for you today. Feel free to take a few extra moments here. Maybe pause the video for a second. Otherwise, we're going to come around, right hand down onto the mat, and this time left arm sweeping high. Look on up, opening through the left side of the rib cage, taking those deep breaths into the body. Creating space, exhaling all that no longer serves us. Deep breaths. Alright, that's your last breath here. When you're ready, you're going to gently release, and then we'll fold the body back forwards over our cushions into this yummy position. Hold it there, let yourself relax. Find that heaviness. Alright, gently release, rise back up. We're going to turn towards the top end of our mat, towards that right leg, and we'll just send that left leg behind us, coming into pigeons. So turn your hips round. Bring your bolster, your cushion in front of you, and then just let yourself fold on down over that cushion. Open up through your hips. Hips are a really great place to focus on if we need to focus on some self-care, because we hold a lot of emotions in our hips. So by opening those hips, we release those emotions. Release whatever you need to release from the body. Maybe it's just that energy that you hold when you feel sick, that feeling that you carry around with you. Maybe you just think, I'm going to get rid of that now. I don't need to feel like that anymore. And you're just going to release that. And your left. let's gently release. Rise on up, turn to the long end of your mat so that the right leg is still bent in, left leg is long to the side of the room. Reach that right arm up and over into a yummy side stretch. Open through your chest, open through the inner thigh, your knees facing the ceiling. Big breaths in and out. One more inhale. Exhale to release, and let's go the other way. So we're going to fold that left leg in, take that right leg long behind, and then just flip the body round into this yummy pigeon pose. Once you're here, grab your bolster, come on down. And just finding that comfortable position here. That place where you can truly let go through the body, where you can just sink yourself down into the mat. Whole body is heavy. Your hips are open. You're relaxed. These gentle movements are so important for our self-care practice. You're doing so much for yourself just by moving through these simple postures. I know sometimes the slower yoga doesn't feel like we're doing so much, but I promise you we are. Alright, let's gently release. Another pose I don't want to release from. I could stay there all day too. Turning into our seated angle. Left leg is now in, and we'll reach that left arm up and over into our side stretch. Just allowing the body to feel nice and open. Deep breaths through the ribcage. One more inhale. And exhale to release. Lovely. Come on round onto your all fours. Alright, when you're ready, it's wrists in line with shoulders, knees in line with hips. Inhale as you drop through the belly and lift through the chest. Exhale as you round back vertebrae by vertebrae and look to your knees. Just moving through a few gentle cat-cows here to mobilize the spine. Place for self-care is looking after our backs. They go through so much in a day, and maybe if you are doing this flow because you've been feeling poorly, maybe you've been doing lots more sitting, slouching on the sofa. Nothing good for our posture, nothing good for our lower back. So this might just feel like a really nice change to that slumped position you've been in. I know for me this feels really good in my lower back right now. Alright, one more time. Good, and then you're going to finish by taking the knees wide, grab your bolster, sink yourself back into a wide leg child's pose. And we're going to finish our practice today here in Balasana. Our child's pose, body heavy, sinking down, just tuning back into the breath, letting us feel calm and present here. A little self-care activity I'd like you to do following this flow today. I want you to take your yoga off the mat. I want you to move through a mindfulness exercise in your day-to-day routine. So for example, I want you to, if you drink tea, go and make a cup of tea after this. If you're feeling poorly, maybe a nice lemon and honey and ginger. That's what I've been drinking lots of recently. And I want you to really immerse yourself in this task. I want you to really be present as you fill the kettle with water, as you pop the kettle onto boil. I want you to really listen to the sound of the kettle. And if you are making that lemon and ginger, I want you to slice that lemon and really focus on every single slice. How does it smell? How does it feel? And then you're going to pour the water into the cup, really focusing. And then once you've made that cup of tea, fully focused on the process of making the tea, I want you to take that tea, go sit somewhere quiet, and just take a moment to yourself. Sit and drink your tea without a phone, without interacting with anybody else. You're just going to focus on every sip, on how it tastes, how it feels, how the cup feels in your hands. Maybe try and stay there for 10 minutes, just focusing on this cup of tea. And then see how you feel afterwards, having taken that time truly for yourself. If that self-care activity works for you, why not repeat that every day? Come back to that mindfulness exercise. It's so easy to incorporate into our day. We already do these tasks every day. All we need to do is truly be present as we move through these tasks. So that's my little self-care practice I'm going to leave you with today. I hope it helps. I hope you found this very useful. Namaste, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me for today's self-care yoga practice. I really hope this helped you. And also remember that last task I was talking about, that self-care, immersive mindfulness activity. Please go and give that a go now and see how you feel after doing that as well. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, as that really helps support my channel, and consider subscribing if you haven't already. I've got a really exciting video coming up. Lemon Yoga's actually found itself a new home. That's right, we've been building a little studio right here in my garden, which I cannot wait to share with you. So if you're interested in that, hit subscribe and I will let you know when that video is live. I will see you next time. Bye!